Hey everybody, so chances are you are jumping on here because you received one of my C3 beauty boxes. I decided that this is gonna be our quick little fix while you can't get in my chair during this quarantine, and we all need to do something with our roots. So why not rely on this box and your stylist to get you through these times? At least I feel like I have a purpose and your hair will look good, and I know that I'm doing my job. So I'm gonna do a quick run through on this video of what comes in your box, what essentials you will have in there to do your color application, how you're gonna apply your color and your processing time, and done. This is gonna be perfect for all you girls that have to jump online still, get work done. You don't wanna expose those grays, you don't wanna expose those bad roots, so we're gonna get through this and make you look presentable for that. Okay, here we go. So you are gonna get your little box here, okay? In that box, you are gonna find 2 cards, and chances are, because you found this video, you've already found this card because it is saying that instructions are on this video. This, though, is gonna give you a quick little timeline to make sure that you're doing everything properly, but what you're gonna do is apply the gloves, get your color, mix it on up, apply, use your teasing comb, and process. Easy peasy. This little card right here is gonna be your client card. It's gonna just have a run through, or more so myself when I created these boxes, of your name, what kind of coverage you were needing, and what your color is, okay? I know it's only gonna say 1 number on here. That's just to show me what level we're in, but this is custom to you. Being that I'm your stylist, I know what you're going through. I know how your hair takes. I know what your hair needs, and that is gonna be found in these packets. Okay, so let's first start with our tools, okay? You're gonna have a bowl and a brush, application brush, a teasing comb, 2 sets of gloves, and the reason there's 2 is because there are 2 sets of packets that are good enough for 2 applications. Yes, 2. Let's pray to God you only need 1 and you're in my chair for that second one. You'll have backup for the future. So when you see these, you're gonna see your initials are on them. That is because, again, customized to you. Then you're gonna see a developer. On each of your developers, you're gonna see the same number. It's gonna be either a 10 volume or a 20 volume. 10 volume is gonna be perfect for the girls that just need to do a quick root blend to your grown out highlights. 20 volume is gonna be girls that need to do a little bit more lifting and gray coverage. The 10 volume is gonna be a 30-minute processing time, which you will see specifically for you what is circled right here. So if it's 10 volume, the 30 minutes is going to be circled. If it's 20 volume, the 40 minutes is going to be your processing time. So be sure to set your alarms once your application is all set and focus on that. I mean, going a couple minutes over isn't going to be the end of the world, but try and make sure you're on top of it. So the breakdown, we're going to do a quick application. I'm just going to give you the run through motions of how to go about it. I actually did my color last week, so I don't really need to jump on here again and do it, but I can show you all the tips and tricks and motions of the application. So you are gonna take one of these packets, okay? You are going to rip it open, dump it in your bowl. Rip this one open, dump it in your bowl. They are perfectly evened out, equal parts, already measured, ready to go. I try to make this as simple as possible so you guys could just pop it on, mix, pop it on, and be done. So once you mix everything in your bowl, you will be getting ready to section your hair. You're gonna wanna pop your gloves on, so I can at least show you that part. Pop your gloves on, and then we're gonna section the hair in the appropriate sections for the easiest application. So I personally like to split it down the middle, take this front portion, clip it off, take this front portion, clip it off. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're doing this by yourself, the easiest thing you could do is just hit your crown area. So everything from the sides and this crown area, everything in between or everything underneath is not gonna be seen by anybody unless they are going through and searching. If you've got extra help and extra hands at home that are willing to watch this video and see the right steps that need to be taken, great. Try and get that color all the way down here if you can. Try and avoid your extensions if you can and really just focus on your root. If you don't hit that back there, that's fine. I can do that once we get you back in my chair. So not a problem. So I'm gonna section these 2 off. Then I'm just gonna take this crown area, which I have extensions, so I'm just gonna take what's above it and clip that off. Everything else that's down here that I don't need to touch, I'm gonna just wrap it up, clip it off. It might look a little wild, just kind of giving you guys the motions here. So take one of your clips out. Now, I want you to make sure these two tips right here, you are utilizing those ends. Those are gonna be your best friend in sectioning and parting and getting the right lines here, can't even think, to apply your color. So we are going to take fine sections, going back. I like to have them thin enough that if I were to read a newspaper and be or underneath that, I could. You want to make sure your color is going to fully penetrate all the way through. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just take smaller sections if it's not, or if you just have really coarse, stubborn hair and everything on this side sucks it up, be sure to tap on this side as well. Now, seeing my roots, I do have grown out highlights, but I kind of go for that shadowed root. I don't touch my blonde up a lot. I know a lot of you girls probably have about 4 to 6 weeks of outgrowth. That's okay. So I know you're not all the way out here. You're really gonna be focusing on that 1/2 inch to 1 inch from your scalp area. Now, these are the motions. Tap your brush in your bowl, get your color on there, and evenly just tap, tap, tap with a little feather motion. This is how I do it, and then I flip it. A little feather motion of just getting it on there. Sometimes you gotta use the corner of your brush and tap right there. Now, this tool is gonna come in handy because you're wanting to not have any defined lines. We want it just to be a smooth blend, nothing like you did anything at home, kind of get through. So you are gonna take this brush and you're gonna press it right at the bottom of where you just applied that color. Do up and down motions. I'm sure everybody has teased their hair at some point, and you're just gonna brush, brush, brush. I personally, because I know that this color is gonna be very similar to my natural color, I go to if you see my grown out highlights there, I will tease where those grown out highlights are. So I will go just kind of right up to them and just break that up a little bit. Be sure you're not combing out after, because now you're gonna take all that root color that you just put on there and bring it through your ends, and now anything that's blonde down here is now gonna have that root color on there and be uneven. And if it does happen, don't freak out. Just get a little bit of water, rinse it out without hitting your roots, dry it, it's fine. So once you work your way all the way down, okay, you're gonna get all this around your hairline covered. You can start using that tip of the comb again or on your brush, putting it all back, okay? Just kind of filtering through. Then you're gonna go on your other side. Now, the girls that have grays, really focus on them. Tapping this color brush on them and saturating them and really kind of packing it on there is a-okay in my book. Then you're gonna take the corner of your brush and just push it in there, making sure they're really, really packed in there with that color. Once we're done with this whole front section, then we're gonna go back here. I like to just take fine, thin sections. Okay, comb it all up. Take my color brush, tap, 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 tap on one side, tap, tap, tap on the other side. Take my teasing comb again and go 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, this is strictly, I don't have color in here, but it's a little wild. This is just to break up that line. So you do not have, oh, you must have just hit your roots in a perfect line. This is just to break it up. If you don't feel that comfortable with it, just do small little motions where you're just taking the corner of it and, you know, breaking it up a little bit, or quick little feathered out. Biggest thing is if you have blonde hair or you have anything that's dimensional and lighter than your root, you just don't want to take this brush and bring it through the ends. So once your color's applied, you are going to go back to that card, see if it says 30 minutes or 40 minutes, put your timer on. Once that time is up, you are probably gonna, to make it easier, is just jumping in the shower, honestly. Putting your head under a sink is gonna be the hardest thing. So just jump in the shower, let that water really hit on there. You don't have to do scalding hot water. You don't have to do ice cold water. Just try and meet in the middle, get all that color really out of there, rinsed, super easy peasy. Once everything is done, blow dry. Of course, you'll have your gloves off by this time. Blow dry style as you'd like, and hopefully you've got some roots that can at least take you another 5 weeks. I am hoping to God that I have you guys back in my chair by May. Who knows, with everything going around, my client's health comes first. If this is something that we just have to do in the meantime, we got to do what we got to do and mold to our surroundings at this moment. But just know I am missing being behind the chair. I'm sure you are missing having some girl time and some girl talk. And we'll get through this together. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, whether it's text message, email, we can FaceTime. If there's any steps that don't seem clear or you have some questions on, just reach out, no problem. I will answer whatever I can and do whatever I can from this far away. Love you girls, and I hope this is not too hard, and I hope you can get it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.